pretty much anywhere I look at, people are saying the only way you should be talking to your customers is with authenticity and try to empathize with them. Because if you're going to go to talk to them with a sales first attitude, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you
Sure.
are going to talk to them, try to connect to them with as human beings and say, look, I get you, this is what you want, and this is, this is what I'm about as a business, and this is why you should, spend time with me. That's a far more authentic way of reaching out to people. And it sounds like that's kind of what you're talking about here, right? Like being authentic.
Yeah, it's like there's a million online lectures about this, but it's leading with why, right? It's not leading
Right.
with why, it's leading with why. It's like it's Apple versus old Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
It's the idea of like people want to participate in being a part of a tribe. They want to be part of something. But even now, like especially now, in the time that we're in, people are increasingly feeling detached from one another, and to give them an opportunity to feel like they're part of something is the entire game. Like that's it. Your product almost becomes secondary. In our case, it's not. We feel really strongly that the product is a really great product, but you're selling people not on the idea of a backpack, but you're selling them on what they're able to do with it, who they're able to meet with it, why they are carrying it around, who they're helping because of it. Those elements are the elements we try to communicate online.
And listen, it's such a cool story because you can say, do you know what made this backpack? And do you know how I mean, it's a conversation starter as well, right?
That's right. We want it. That's right. We want it. Like I was actually, say what you want about Tom Shoes, and they're not a social business. They've always talked about being one. The buy one give one model. It's been hit or miss with a lot of people and populations across the world. However, the thing that Blake did, like Mycoskie, the founder, did that was different is he helped people take a shoe that was a very simple, straightforward, not necessarily all that attractive piece of footwear. And he gave the wearer a reason to talk about it. When somebody would say, oh, that's an interesting pair of shoes, he invited them, the wearer, to say, oh, you have to hear about this. This company, it takes these shoes, and every time I buy a pair, they give a pair away. Now in 2020, that seems like, okay, we've heard that a million times before.
Right.
In 2011,
yeah.
right, when 2012, that was a revolutionary idea. And I think the thing that he gave to the retail world was an opportunity to invite all of our customers to have something to talk about. And that's what we endeavor to do. In every moment, we hope to give our customers something to talk about.
So I guess then you see yourself as sort of trying to find people who identify with the same values that you do. Like that's literally, and so then you're giving them a way to sort of connect with you, saying, hey, because people are going to buy the product from you because they also have the same sort of goals, right? I guess they want to feel, and so maybe like even before I get into that, talk me through, or rather talk us through what that journey was like. Because when you went to Haiti and you saw this problem and you found a way to convert the plastic into this fabric, talk me through how that went to end up being a backpack, because there's really two sides to it, right? Because when you're making a business, you've got supply and demand. So here you found a very good way of finding the underutilized labor to help you build a product, but then you also need to create demand on the other side, right, for it to be a viable business. So talk us through like that step. Like now you've got a fabric, so what do I do with this? How did that look?
Supply was easy. That was the supply is easy.
Exactly.
That's not hard. So initially it was about selling fabric, and I don't particularly care for fabric. I don't have a passion for fabric. Fabric is not to me something that I've ever gotten really all that excited about.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are obsessed with textiles. I'm not one of them. I'm obsessed with the people that are a part of our supply chain and what the fabric allows them to do. But when the product is fabric, then you got to find people who buy fabric. Mm-hmm. And so we targeted the biggest brands in the world because we figured the larger the brand that signed on, the more material we get sucked up off the ground, the more people we could put back to work, the more bottles we could recycle, the better story we could tell. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and that process as a young entrepreneur, I was younger then by far.
You're still pretty young. Come on.
Yeah, not yet. I feel like I'm fast approaching old. But getting the chance to start selling fabric really gave us an education in what sells, especially business to business. This is a business to business company who was taking a product that was a little bit more expensive than the other products out there and trying to sell it on the merits of both the story and eventually, took us a while, but eventually isolating what about that fabric improved our customers' business. So it forced us to get good at helping brands like Timberland and Reebok and Converse and Ralph Lauren and Puma understand that when they use recycled fabric, it's not about being a good group of people, although it is, right? But they're a business. Their job is not to be a good group of people. Their job is to sell more stuff.
Yes.
So we had to create and understand and really intimately, figure out exactly what improved Puma's business by doing this. And what we realized was that people aren't willing to pay more for this stuff, but they're willing to come back again and again. Their loyalty improves a little bit. Their stickiness as a customer improves a little bit.
Okay.
Right? Like their understanding of the brand is deepened in a way that makes them more likely to buy from that brand again.